Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Hobbs Park and the 10th annual Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship game. This year's championship game features Pita Pit, the number 1 seed, against the number 7 seed, Wild Man Attack Force. I'm Mike Anderson, this is Jason Cougar Huang, and Jason, let's start with Pita Pit. They're the favorites going in. Why would you say that?
The reason why they're favorites coming in are two factors, experience and defense. They're been the most consistent team in the KVKL during their 9-year existence, making it to at least the semifinals of the tournament all but 1 year. And they're doing this is their going for their 3rd championship, which is unprecedented in the KVKL. And this is their 5th championship berth, which is tied for the most. And they also do it by defense. They boast the best defense in the KVKL in the regular season and the playoffs, and they've used that defense to essentially, dominate throughout the regular season.
Let's talk about Wild Man Attack Force now. No 7 seed has ever made it to a championship game. What are their keys to victory? Can they pull off this upset tonight?
They can pull it off. They certainly have the talent to do so. But before the season, Wild Man Attack Force beforehand was just an okay team. But they had some members here from other teams that made them a much improved, very talented team, probably one of the most athletic teams in the KVKL. Unfortunately, throughout the regular season, they went through so many different lineup changes because they didn't have a full roster at the regular season. But come the playoffs, they've come hot at the right time, and doing so, they took down some big guns. They took down Barracudas in the quarterfinals, the defending champions, and eventually lost to Das Blue early in the regular season. And they are just really, really hot, and they certainly have the talent and the athleticism to hang with a team like Pita Pit. What they have to do is just like pretty much any kickball game to limit their mistakes, especially on defense, and try to capitalize on Pita Pit's miscues, and not wait for them to make the first mistake. Otherwise, you're asking for an early exit because Pita Pit is so good and just cohesive and very experienced and just a tough team to beat.
Well, there you have it, folks. It should be a great game here from Hobbs Park. We have the number 1 seed Pita Pit against the hottest team right now in all of Kaw Valley Kickball. Stay tuned again for the 10th annual championship kickball game.
Special coverage of the 2012 Kaw Valley Kickball League's championship game is brought to you by these sponsors.
And welcome back to the 10th annual Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship game. Once again, the Pita Pit against Wild Man Attack Force. Pita Pit is in the black and green. They are the higher seed, so they are the home team. Kicking away for tonight's matchup will be Wild Man Attack Force. They are in the gray. Their lineup is as follows. Kicking first, center fielder Chris Atwater. Kicking second, their pitcher C.J. Kai. Kicking third, the left fielder Rob Gandy. Batting cleanup, Simon Skinner, the left fielder. Kicking fifth, the third baseman Richard Davidson. Kicking sixth, switching off between Ryan Ward with right field and Majid Hassan, catcher. Kicking seventh, switching off is Thomas Ham at first base and Matt Geyer at catcher. Kicking eighth is Breezy Davidson, the shortstop. Kicking ninth, the second baseman Abby Vestall. Kicking 10th and switching off will be the Rovers' Sarah Edwards and Bernadette Zacharias. And finally kicking 11th, the catcher Phil Childs. And the outfielder Blake Swenson. That is your lineup for Wild Man Attack Force, the away team for tonight's game. Right now what we're having is the umpires are getting together with the captains talking about the game tonight. It must be an exciting moment, championship game, not only to be umpiring, but of course also to be in that meeting.
Absolutely. Even the umpires, they get a kick out as well. You got 3 of the members there. You've got they're basically refereeing their first time. Our home plate and scorekeeping and at third base. I'm sure you got the lineup there for the refereeing assignments.
Yes, home plate umpire playing for the Liberty Hall is Nick Cotton, looking quite your first baseman umpire from the Love Guard, Adrian Proctor. The third base umpire from the Goats, Cole Mutz. And your scorekeeper from Hope's Donut Holes, Chris Dover. Well, the crowd is exciting. It looks like we are ready to go. 9 o'clock on the button, and of course, leading off for Wildman Attack Force, their center fielder, Chris Atwater. And we are underway here in the 10th annual Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship game. Pitching for Pita Pit. Normally we have here Nick Culbertson.
And that is Nick Culbertson. Yep.
And third pitch. One of the great things about this kickball league is that there are no balls and strikes. You can be as choosy as you want. You can tell a pitcher whatever you want them to do. So as a leadoff batter, it's in your complete right to look at as many pitches as you want.
Although the audience does get restless on that type of strategy.
And the first kick is a bunt. Fair foul. Calling a foul is going to come back into fair territory. Good play there.
It's a good play there by Kayla over there at the short rover on the first base side. Make sure you touch it before it goes fair, otherwise she wouldn't get that runner out. That is Chris Atwater.
Chris Atwater's first season in the league, he was asked to join the team literally minutes before the first game of the season.
That's a nice little thing. It's like, hey, do you want to play? Okay, cool. Welcome to the team.
Here he is kicking first in the championship game. Looking to bunt. Bunt was pretty hard. Great play. And the call is safe at first.
No, he called him out.
Called him out.
He called him out. I agree with the call. It looks like he got by just a half a step. It was really close, and I agree with the call.
We're going to see a replay here. Great angle at this, and
he got him. Yeah, great play by Tyler getting the bunt.
Opening second, CJ Kai with another bunt. And there's controversy whether they should tag him, whether he ran outside of the baseline. They're saying no.
No, and the ruling is that necessarily have to go to the left side or the right side of the baseline going down the line is on intent. If you turn to go towards second base, clearly CJ Kai was not trying to go to second base.
This will bring up Rod Gandy, the left fielder, with one man on and one out here in the top of the first. Rob Gandy, this is his 4th or 5th season with Wildman, it says. And his fun fact is he has a mustache.
Is that right?
Another bunt here, and it's fair. The throw to first is not in time. We got runners at first and second with one out.
That was really close. Boy, that was really close there. He could have been out, could have been safe. I defer to Aiden Pryor. I trust him. In his third year and third time refereeing the KVKL Championship game. Good play there by Mr. Gandy.
Gee. So 3 bunts in a row to start this game from Wildman Attack Force will bring up their left fielder, Simon Skinner. His nickname is Backdraft. He's played 6 seasons with Balls Deep, 1 season with Sacred Sword. That's a foul ball there. This is his first season with Wildman Attack Force. His first KVKL Final Four appearance as well.
Yeah, that's true. It was a Backdraft. I was named after a movie in the early mid-90s. I don't know.
Kurt Russell. What do you
Kurt
mean?
Russell.
No idea? Kurt Russell, Backdraft, Billy Baldwin? I mean, come on, Cougar.
Have you seen it? I've never seen it.
Are you kidding? I watch it every night.
Every night.
Here comes the 4th bunt in a row. It's a good one, and no play at all. Wow, 4 bunts in a row to start this game for Wildman Attack Force. And they have the bases loaded for their third baseman, Richard Davidson.
Very interesting because they are bunting there, even though you see Kayla over there playing short rover over on the first base side, but they're daring, they're using their speed.
Richard Davidson comes on with 1 out here in the top of the first, looking to score the first run of this championship game.
And you can see it there for Wildman Attack Force that their strategy is trying to manufacture runs and play small ball against Pita Pit.
Richard Davidson kicks away deep, fly ball center field. Cut, people are gonna tag. 1 run will score, throw to second, not in time. Here comes a run home for his second run. Wildman's up 2-0. Throw to third, not hit him. He's running home, can they get a 3rd run? And they do. Early lead here for Wildman, and now they are up 3-0 with 2 outs in the top of the first. Smart base running by Wildman there, Cougar.
It is smart base running there, tagging up for Pita Pit. Got a little rattle there. Throwing it to the second base, should throw it to home and not prevent the runners from advancing. A little bit miscue by Pita Pit.
Once again in kickball, if you hit the runner with the ball, they are out. hence why they've been throwing it at the runners.
There's now 2 outs here.
This will bring up Ryan Ward, their right fielder. Now with nobody on and 2 out. Again, Ryan being very choosy. It's at his discretion to be choosy. It says here that he was begged to keep playing for Wildman. Another interesting fact about Ryan, it says here, he almost always kicks 3 fouls his first time at the plate.
And for those who don't know the rules at home, 4 fouls are out. So that's a bold strategy to potentially kick 3 foul balls.
And the bunt attempt again, and it's cut, and that will be the 3rd out. But the damage has been done as Wildman attack force. Again, the underdog in this game strikes first. And they are up 3-0. But West Peter Pitt gets a chance to retaliate in the bottom of the 1st. And kicking the lineup for Peter Pitt, kicking first, their shortstop, Tyler Drussel. Kicking second, their center fielder, John Peach. Kicking third, their right fielder, Andy Dalton. Fourth, third baseman, Steve Harder. Kicking fifth, the left fielder, Court Rolfingsmeyer. Kicking sixth and switching off will be between DH Mike Phelps and first baseman Paul Peach. Pitching and kicking seventh will be Nick Culbertson. Kicking eighth, the second baseman Kayla Schiller. Kicking ninth, the first baseman Kenny Cantor. And kicking 10th, their rover, Bree Kester. Again, Peter Pitt is the #1 seed here this year. What does the defensive alignment look out here for Wildman?
Looks like the defensive alignment there is kind of, looks like they're having Breezy normally playing short at rover. I believe this is Sarah Edwards there at shortstop, so they're switching it up.
Interesting switch up in championship game.
It is. And this is their normal, for most teams, they do a rover behind third in case they want to catch those line drives that go to third base side.
Bunt is the first play, and he's out. Tyler Drussel bunting on the first play, and he will be the first out here in the bottom of the 1st. That'll bring up the center fielder, John Peach.
Very interesting is that it revealed that CJ Kai has been the pitcher in the playoffs. Normally they have a female pitcher in the regular season. And the defense is actually improved by over 2.2 runs.
Again, John Peach. He's an Eagle Scout and played college football at William Jewell, a wide receiver.
Over in Liberty, Missouri.
He's also looking for the bunt. It looks good. Throw to first is not in time. We've got 1 man on here in the bottom of the 1st.
Interesting there by John Peach bunting. He has a really big leg, but he's using his really good speed, thus being a former college wide receiver, go down the line bunting.
That'll bring up kicking third for Peter Pitt, Andy Dalton. He's one of 7 kids in his family. All kids attended KU. So John Peach is on first. We have 1 out. We're sitting at the bottom of the 1st with a 3-0 lead by Wildman attack force, putting up 3 huge runs at the top of the 1st. Pitches in there, he doesn't like it, pitches it back. Bunting is such a huge part of this game that people don't realize.
Part of this game, absolutely.
Pick up the middle, throw to second is, what's the call? It is in time, and that'll be the 2nd out.
And you can tell there that, with CJ Kai with this experience and making the right play, getting the lead runner and throwing over to Abby Vestal at shortstop, 1 bounce, and she just got her foot on the bag at second base.
Picking up now, Steve Harder, throw to second, not in time. Nice line drive there from Steve Harder. He moves the runner, and he gets on first base himself with 2 down. That'll bring up Court Rolfingsmeyer, their left fielder.
It was kind of a routine play there, I believe, for Sarah Edwards, and kind of bobbled it and allowed Andy Dalton to reach second.
It says here that Court is a Scorpio and a licensed private investigator.
Scorpio, huh? PI.
I like how those 2 things you went after the Scorpios of the private investigator. And the pitch. Big swing to left field. Bouncing ball, they're gonna get him, and they did. And there you have it, the 3rd out. And we'll go to the 2nd inning here. The score, with the score 3-0. Stay tuned for more great action here at Hobbs Park, Kaw Valley Kickball Championship game. And welcome back to Hobbs Park here In the 10th annual Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship game, we've now moved into the second inning here at Hobbs Park, which will bring up a wild man attack force again.
It looks like they're making a change here for Pita Pit. They're putting, Mike out. Mike Phelps, their catcher.
Kick up the middle, bobbled by the second baseman, and he'll be on.
It's a good kick there by Thomas Ham, getting through between the pitcher and the short rover, getting to the soft belly of the defense. Well done by Thomas.
Good leadoff single there by Thomas, and that'll bring up Breezy Davidson, the shortstop, who normally plays shortstop, I should say.
That's right, who played rover last inning.
Are you a little bit surprised, Cougar, by the fast start here by Wildman?
No, I'm not as surprised at all, because for a team like Wildman Attack Force, like I say, they do probably have the most athletic team in the KVKL. And for a team like that, you want to get a fast start. They have the potential to, to use their speed, play small ball, and manufacture runs and just go around the bases using their speed. And I know it's tough against Pita Pit, but hey, the speed kills.
Breezy Davidson being choosy here. Interesting defensive alignment here for Pita Pit. 4 different people up on the line. Line drive out there for Breezy, and she'll be the first out here in the top of the second. That'll bring up second baseman Abby Vestal.
That's the easy catch there by Tyler Dressel, who's playing very shallow in a shortstop position.
Abby previously played for the Liberty Hall Lake.
And of course, in the Pita Pit, they're being cautious about this because Abby has a terrific leg and can boot it to all parts of the field.
One man out, one out here in the top of the second. Wild Man leading 3-0 and looking to add on to that lead. And the pitch goes after a fly ball right field, but it'll be out of play. A huge foul there, and there's the power that you were talking about.
Yep.
That was a huge kick from Abby.
Absolutely. As I mentioned before, you mentioned, normally, people would crunch up when they face, a female player, not, no offense, but if someone like Abby, that's someone you'd be a big mistake crunching on as far as bringing the defense in. As I mentioned before, a terrific leg and someone to be very cautious about and not to crunch too much or kick over your head.
Shortstop Tyler Drussel playing way back here for the shortstop.
She's respecting her kicking ability.
Compared to where he was. Fly ball or line drive to the first baseman out. And that'll be the second out here in the inning.
With a sigh of relief, easy catch by Kenny Cantor over at first base.
Does this bring up Sarah Edwards?
Hey, Abby.
I believe it's Sarah Edwards, yes.
You're going to come up again, so.
She is switching the kicking position with Bernadette Zacharias. Once again, you can switch kicking positions. So some of the time Sarah Edwards will come up in the 10th spot, and some of the time Bernadette Zacharias will come up in the 10th spot as well. Foul ball, kicking out the catcher there from Sarah.
Yeah, it's very common that when you try to kick it hard, hit off the catcher off their legs or head or arms. It hurts.
Fly ball left field coming in and cut. And that'll do it for them in this top of the inning. No damage done more, but they are still up 3-0. They'll have Blake Swenson or Phil Childs coming up in the top of the third. Coming up now for Pita Pit in the bottom of the second will be Mike Phelps, Nick Culbertson, and Kayla Schiller. Another beautiful turnout here in this championship game at Hobbs Park. Packed house here tonight.
Absolutely.
People enjoying some libations, it looks like. Some Kool-Aid.
Right. Kool-Aid, yeah, Kool-Aid, exactly.
A lot of Kool-Aid.
A lot of Kool-Aid for your kids out there. Kool-Aid's good. So.
And we want to thank our sponsors, of course, for tonight's evening. Crown, Allied Auto Body Car Star, McDonald's, Johnny's Tavern, and D&D Tire. They're sponsors for tonight's championship game. Big fly ball from Mike Phelps. Will find the gap, and he's heading for 2. That's going to be a close play at second, and what's the call? He's out! Mike went for it, and he is out at first, and a long out that is. Here's the replay.
It's a terrific kick by Mike Phelps there, but a great throw by Atwater, get over to Vestal, and just got him right there at second base. It's a correct call. Great play by both Atwater and Abby Vestal.
It looks like Mike Phelps kind of slowed up on that. He did not think they were going to get it in time.
No.
A slide may have gotten him in.
I will say this about Mike Phelps. He's been, has a herniated disc in his back. He's been injured all season long. He won the original 7 of the Pita Pit. And he's, he's really good. It's just a shame that he's been injured all season long and just not playing to his potential as far as with his health.
This is interesting what's going on here. I believe there was some heated words exchanged between Wildman's third baseman.
That's Richard Davidson.
And Pita Pit.
And it looks like there'll be a conference there with Mick Cotton is going over to talk to Andy. And
so CJ Kai comes over and tries to calm him down, but he is still fuming.
He is hot.
We obviously can't hear what was said.
Probably good we don't hear what they're saying.
But in any case, obviously, or quickly in the second inning already, tensions are building.
Well, it's they earned it here at the KVKL Championship, not doing tea parties and stuff.
This will bring up for Pita Pit their pitcher, Nick Culbertson. Nick went to Washington High Wildcats in KCK. Her college was Florissant Valley in St. Louis.
Interesting. Someone going to St. Louis for college.
She coaches her daughter's softball team and hustled playing pool to pay for school.
Yeah, do what you got to do. I wish I could.
You can do anything you want.
Not pool.
You want to go out and hustle in Paul Newman
I'll try
style.
a different game, but the pool, not exactly.
One out here, nobody on for Pita Pit. Line drive up the middle will be cut for the second out of this inning. 2 down. They'll bring up their second baseman, Kayla Schiller. Wildman looking to get out of this inning. 1, 2, and 3.
I'll tell you one thing, I don't know if that put out on Mike Phelps' second is to put the wind out of their sails for the time being.
First base and caught, and that'll know happens. Pita Pit will go down 1, 2, and 3 here in the bottom of the second. Score remains Wildman 3, Pita Pit 0. When we come back, Blake Svensson or Phil Childs up here, the 10th annual KVKL Kickball League Championship game. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the championship game. We have Phil up the middle, and he'll get on it first for a single, starting off this top of the third.
And good job there by Phil Childs, the former captain of Wildman Attack Force, kicking into the right side of Nick Culbertson, not able to corral that ball and gain a single.
This will bring up Chris Atwater. Chris is 0 for 1 in today's game.
And that was off a very close play by Tyler Dressel, the shortstop, over to first base on that bunt attempt.
Another bunt attempt too high, and it'll be caught for out. Nice bunt attempt there, but again, you pop it up, you risk popping it up in the air if you try to bunt.
And that is what the advantage is for Pita Pit playing that short rover on the first base side. There, it was Kayla Schiller that made that catch, and it was a pretty routine play.
CJ Kai is up now. He has a single and a run. Ooh, also looking to bunt. He also bunted the first time. Remember, Wildman started this game with 4 consecutive bunts. So they know how to do it. Shortstop for Pita Pit creeping up here. He's also looking for the bunt.
Interesting fact about CJ Kai is he is 0-6 lifetime against Pita Pit, including 0-2 in the championship game.
Foul ball there. Again, you get 4 fouls. After the 4th foul, you are out in Kaw Valley Kickball League play.
Now, it's very rare for these elite teams to foul out. Unfortunately, I did it this season. Sorry.
It's okay, happens to the best. All right, Nick Culbertson dusting off the ball and the pitch. Looked like a good one, but CJ didn't like it. And again, he can be as choosy as he wants to be in these kickball games. No balls, no strikes. And there's the bunt attempt again, and it will be foul ball.
Foul ball
Was the call from home plate umpire Mick Cotton.
It's a tricky play there by Kayla Schiller, the short rover, because she was like, well, do I go for the catch with the risk of possibly colliding with a steaming CJ Kai going down the line, or do I let it go foul, and she made the right decision.
2 fouls now for CJ Kai, looking to advance the runner. 1 on, 1 out in the top of the 3rd inning. And the pitch is in there, just inside. He doesn't like it. Throws it right back to the pitcher. Pitchers really get a workout in these kickball games.
They do. Much more effective than the shake weight.
Here you hear some fans booing. Again, people don't like it when you take pitches that look good. They'll shoot that one up the middle. Tyler to throw to second, and nice bounce throw over to second. And that will get the runner, Phil, at first, or at second. That'll mean 2 down now, which will bring up Rob Gandy, our man with the mustache.
That's a smart play there by Tyler with a bounce pass going over to Bree Kester at second base. Basketball style.
And again, here we see the shortstop for Peter Pitt. Tyler all over the place again. He's playing up again, looking for the bunt here from Rob.
And he bunted the last time for a single.
And scored a run.
Yeah, he scored the run.
Rob is 1 for 1 with a run scored. Again, in that 3-run first inning. CJ's on his way to third. Does he get in? He will. Oh, heads up play though from Rob. Not getting thrown out at second. He is a first base. He is in the pocket right now. Yeah, he is 2 for 2.
Good kick there by Rob. Good play by Rob to kick it down the third base side, and the relay went over to Tyler. He thought about throwing over to CJ, but he didn't want to risk doing so, and a carry him going off to the side.
First and third with 2 out. Foul ball from Simon Skinner, their left field.
Interesting there is that Mike, for Peter Pitt, trying to fend for himself, trying to catch the ball. He's warned by Mick Cotton, the head ref, to not do encroachment.
Top of the third here. 2 out, 2 on for their cleanup kicker, Simon Skinner. He's looking to bring in another all-important run right here. Fly ball left field, and it is cut by Peter Pitt, and that will do it for Wildman in the third. No runs, but they still lead from a score of 3-0. Coming up then for Peter Pitt will be Kenny Cantor, Bree Kester, and Tyler Russell in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Coming up in the 4th inning, too, we will be joined by the Drive's own Tom Keegan will be here in the 4th inning, talking a little kickball with us on the headset. Mick Cotton, of course, dressed to the nines, as they say in today's game, the home plate umpire, dusting off home plate like a good home plate umpire would do.
I wish I had the guys in the cab to pull off that, you know.
Don't we all?
Don't we all?
Kenny Cantor's up now for Peter Pitt. He is their first baseman. He went to Reading High Red Knights in Pennsylvania was his high school.
Way out there.
He's a huge Philadelphia Eagles fan and owns the Eagles Troll Doll and Zumba pants.
Oh gosh, that was a bad 90s trend.
Kenny looking to start something here for Peter Pitt. Oh, off the heel a little bit. Dribbler on the first base line. That'll be the first out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning.
That's a tough play there for a kicker, because when the ball bounces up and it goes to the shin and hits the lip of the home plate, you can't predict it, and unfortunately, it's a weak grounder and makes an easy routine play for Tom. It's a helpless feeling as a kicker when the ball just pops up all of a sudden.
This will bring up their number 10 kicker, Bree Kester, the rover. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
And for Bree Kester, she is going for her 4th championship title in the KVKL career.
She went to KU too.
She went to KU as well. 2 years, 08-09 with Peter Pitt, and then 2010 with Los Luchadores. And that win was over. All Peter Pitt.
And here she is back in a championship game. Looking to start something here for Peter Pitt, who needs something to happen here. They have not advanced a runner past second so far in this game. It's been Be a tough play for third base. No, it is an easy play. A great run. And we've got 2 down.
Nice play there by Richard Davison. He's more known than for his hurling days back at University of Nebraska. He's got an arm too.
This will bring back up Tyler Drussel. He was the first out in the bottom of the first inning. He's 0 for 1 in today's game.
He's tagged out by C.J. Kai in that bunt attempt. Going on the first base line.
Tyler coming from Shawnee Mission West. And he's a sales rep for Fortune 500 company, certified EMT, and he has separated his shoulder 7 times. 7 times, my goodness.
Actually, I'm sorry, this is a mistake. This is my fault on the batting line. This is actually Mike Urish, the catcher.
Mike Urish,
my
the
mistake,
catcher.
my mistake.
And flies out of center field, and that will be the third out here. And when we come back, we'll bring up the top of the 4th here, 3-0 at House Park in the championship game. Stay tuned. And welcome back to the Kickball Championship game, Kaw Valley Kickball League. We are joining none other than Drive Zone and sports connoisseur Tom Keegan. Tom, when you look out and see all these people in this game, what are your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts are the deeper we get into this game and Wildman Attack Force keeps the lead, the more the pressure mounts on Pita Pit. Let's face it, Pita Pit is the Yankees of the Kaw Valley.
They are, very much so. And they rarely are in a position where they are losing a game, especially in the championship rounds. Richard Davidson up to kick. Deep fly ball center field cut, and that'll be the first out here in the top of the 4th.
When you're the favorite, hey, you know, the pressure is on you. It really is, and it's tough to get loose, and you start tightening up as the game moves on. I got to tell you, Wildman Attack Force, they're loose. They really are loose, and they lead with speed.
That'll bring up their catcher, Majid Hassan. It will be his first kick in today's game, because he is switching, of course, with Ryan Ward. Do you ever think you'd see something like this, Tom?
This is wild.
Isn't it great?
It's a great park, Hobbs Field. It's awesome, and it's got lights. I mean, that is awesome. The seats, the concrete, you know. And I would encourage cigar smokers to come, so maybe they could clear up some of the mosquitoes. But this is really great entertainment, and I really like the Natalie attired umpire. I think he should be in Style Scout.
And Drooper to left field. Nice pick there by Hassan, and he'll be on first base.
That's a fantastic kick by Majid. He saw that Steve Harder, the third baseman for Pita Pit, was crunching, looking for the bunt, and on the bounce, he just lifted the foot up and did a drip, Texas leaguer over him. Great kick by Majid.
He'll bring up the catcher, Matt Geyer. It'll also be his first kick tonight. 1 on, 1 out. Down left field line. Just foul. Good job by Tyler for hitting that ball foul. It was already foul, so it didn't come back into play.
It's interesting because he caught Steve Harder going the wrong way. So if that had gone fair, who knows how far Majid could have gone from second to possibly third. Caught leaning.
Typical Pita Pit play, though. Such smart players. They're really heady players.
Line drive to right field. Caught, throw to first to get 2. No. But that second out still lingers, and now that'll bring up Breezy Davidson, the shortstop. She is 0 for 1 in today's game.
That was dicey there and by Majid. I don't know why he was trying to go to the second and thinking that Andy Dahl, they sure-handed right field would drop it. Luckily got back to first in time.
How often do you see a shortstop playing with a cast? I mean, you see defensive linemen. That's really impressive that Breezy is out here playing as well as she is with a cast on her right arm.
Well played. Is that a
it might be a cast, yeah.
Who knows? But in any case, she's certainly not using the right hand to do anything, really.
Oh, that's a cast. You can tell.
Yeah.
She's trying to hide it because she doesn't want the other team knowing she's playing hurt.
That's
but
strategy.
She's not fooling us. She's hurt.
That's strategy. Are we going to see the kickball talked about on the drive at any time soon, Tom Keegan?
I can't see how it wouldn't be. Maybe we'll even have the umpire as our first guest in drive history. I love the pleated sundress.
And Breezy button on the third baseline. The throw to first is in time. And that will be the third out here in the 4th inning Attack Force 3, Peter Pitt nothing. That'll bring up the top of the order though for Peter Pitt, looking to strike back in this game. I think you made a good point, Tom, too, is that as deeper as it goes into, the pressure for the favorite mounts and mounts and mounts, especially if you're behind.
There's no question, because kickball, like baseball, is a game that you play better if you're loose, like golf. That's one of the many reasons I'm a terrible golfer. I just can't get relaxed. And the deeper it goes, I think you might see him tightening up. And I tell you, Wildman Attack Force showing no signs for a number 7 seed of fear. They play fearless kickball, and they're as loose as if this were the first game of the season.
Chris Atwater is up now. Bottom of the 4th inning.
Atwater plays with a lot of intensity, and if I could sum up this team, Peter Pitt, in one word, it would be intensity.
This is Tyler Drussel, I'm sorry, Tyler Drussel. Boy, we just can't get poor Tyler right, can we?
No, we can't. It's just thinking that Tyler Drussel, he's kicking it away and trying to slam up for the bunt.
Here's the bunt. The throw to first. Not in time, and he's safe. And Peter Pitt has their lead runner on in this bottom of the 4th inning.
And that is textbook Tyler Drussel bunt, because as the leadoff runner, obviously just the base as well. You want to get on as leadoff and try to get some offense going on, especially down to 3-0.
That'll bring up their center fielder, John Peach. He is 1 for 1 in today's game.
Many a slump has been broken with a bunt.
Well said. Well said. And John got on his first inning with a bunt. 1 on, no out here for Peter Pitt, down 3 runs in the bottom of the 4th. Looking to get on board. And there's a bunt again. John looking to bunt again here and go 2 for 2 in today's game.
I think John's trying to bunt toward the first base side. If he can get on base, great, but at least move the runner over from Tyler from first to second.
And they take foul. 2 fouls now for John. Again, you only get 4 fouls in these kickball games. There's a bunt again by Cott. And we are going to have a double play there. Nice catch there by CJ. Gets Tyler snapping at first, and here's a replay.
That's a poor punt there by John Peach. Easy catch by CJ Kai, and basically that was a go signal for Tyler to strike at the second base, but easy double play.
Tough double play there for Peter Pitt. Now that'll bring up Andy Dalton, their right fielder. He got on a fielder's choice. Great kick there by Andy. That's what you want.
Smart play by the shortstop to not make a wild throw when she had no chance of getting the runner out.
That's a good point, Tom. These teams got here, yes, for their athleticism, but also for their smarts.
Absolutely. You start throwing the ball around, which Peter Pitt did to some extent in that first inning.
True.
That's where you're going to get into trouble.
Kicking now for Peter Pitt, Steve Harder, their third baseman.
You saw it there that a ball just popped up from the home plate up to basically the mid-level of his shin. It's tough. To pull up on those balls all of a sudden. It's hard to adjust to it and get the foot on the ball when it pops up that quickly.
Steve Harder is their cleanup kicker for Peter Pitt. He built his first car, a 64 Impala, and his nickname is Big Dog.
Yep.
Big Dog plays the most important position on the field in kickball, third base.
That's right.
And Big Dog does not look stressed out ever.
That too. He might be feeling it a little bit though, down 3 runs. Line drive to second base. Easy play though for the second baseman for Wildman. And again, Peter Pitt still continues to struggle as they are down 3 runs here in this championship game. Well, Tom, I want to thank you for being a part of our show.
Well, thank you for having me, and I'm really looking forward to the rest of this game. Low-scoring game so far.
That's right, and look forward to Tom, of course, in the drive right here on Channel 6. We're going to take a break, coming back with more championship kickball game action. Welcome back to Hobbs Park here, and this championship game. Abby Vestal, second baseman for Wildman, is up. She's 0 for 1 in today's game, but she has, like Kuka says, a boot. Oh, great play there by the shortstop, Tyler Russell. And a big first out here in the top of the 5th inning for Peter Pitt.
Tyler played that perfectly as a shortstop, respecting, the kicking ability of Abby Vestal. I think that easy line drive catch for the first out.
That'll bring up the number 10 kicker, the rover, Bernadette Zacharias. Again, she is switching the number 10 position with Sarah Edwards, so this is her first time kicking in this championship game. Looking to bunt up first base line. Little confusion about who throws it. A bounce pass just gets her. Good play by Tyler, and he just gets it.
A little bit confusion between Tyler and Kayla Schiller, who's going to get the ball first, and made that easy bounce pass just get Bernadette in time.
That'll bring up outfielder Blake Swenson, kicking 11 for Wildman Attack Force. And he bunts it, great looking bunt. Can he get on? Out at first base when Wildman goes down 1-2-3 in the top of the 5th. They still lead 3-0. Interesting factoid from our own Tom Keegan here. Abby Vestal was the kicker for Lawrence High football team a few years back.
Wow,
Not
right.
Not surprised at that leg. That's why we got Tom Keegan here, hitting us with the stats that no one else knows.
I did not know that. It shows here. I knew that, Abby, Vestal is one of the top 5 females in the KVKL, and knowing that she was a former high school place kicker, just shows that is very impressive. Wow.
Kicking now for Peter Pitt will be their number 5 kicker, their left fielder, Court Wolfingsmeyer. Court got out first from a fielder's choice back in the 1st inning. Foul ball off the catcher. That'll be our first foul.
Interesting enough for our call for Wolfingsmeyer, he is one of 7 members on Peter Pitt who graduated from the same high school, that is Shawnee Mission West.
Indeed. And he says right here, also went to college at KU. Again, Court is our private investigator. And Scorpio. Which means he was born from late October to late November.
Is that right? Wow.
No astrology.
No astrology, that's pretty good. I'm a Pisces, I'm not PI.
That'll be the 2nd foul there for Court. 3rd kick down the 3rd base line. Richard throws it to first, and great throw gets him out at first base. Great throw there from 3rd baseman Richard Davidson. And we've got 1 out here. There it is. What a gun.
And what a gun indeed. And also the advantage of having someone like Thomas Ham, a 6'3" and taller, to get the big reach to get that ball.
That'll bring up Paul Peach. Fly ball center field. Easy catch there for the center fielder. And we've got 2 down here in the bottom of the 5th. This will bring up their pitcher, Nick Culbertson. She is 0 for 1 in today's game. And the pitch, he's taken all the way. Nobody on, 2 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Fly ball center field, easy catch, makes it happen. Peter Pitt goes down 1-2-3. Coming back for more kickball action here from beautiful Hobbs Park. Welcome back to the Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship game. Again, it's featuring the Peter Pitt against Wildman Attack Force. Coming up now for Wildman Attack Force will be their top of the order, Chris Atwater. He is 0 for 2 in today's game. Looking to break in, top of the 6th, fly ball left field. Not caught in and out of his hands. Would have been a tough play. But in any case, from Court Wolfingsmeyer, almost a great catch there, but Atwater's at first.
That was almost a great catch by Court. Looks like he had a decent jump on it. He rolled around with the ball, but just could not hang on.
CJ Kai is up now. He's 0 for 1, or 1 for 1 today's game with a fielder's choice in 3rd. And had a nice bunt in the 1st. Also scored a run. One on, nobody out here for their pitcher, CJ Kai. Formerly of Sacred Sword, First Blood, The Bottleneck, etc. It says here for CJ. Only player on the roster to have previously played in the KVKL Championship game. Here's a bunt again. The throw to first. Not in time. And we have runners at first and second with nobody out.
That's a good bunt there by CJ to go down the first base line and making Kayla try and make a quick play to first. But with CJ Kai's speed, that's a tough out for Peter Pitt.
Rob Gandy coming up now. He is 2 for 2 in today's game. First base, he bunted, and he does it again. Let's see what the play is. Throw to third. Gets him in time. Goes Atwater. And we've got one down at the top of the sixth.
That time, Rob Gandy bunted it, but it was too deep over to Harder with easy play over to third for Steve Joseph for the force out.
2 on and 1 out will bring up Simon Skinner, their cleanup kicker. He's 0 for 1 in today's game. He scored a run in the first inning. Simon again, nickname is Backdraft. Played 6 seasons with Balls Deep, 1 season with Sacred Sword. It's his first season. His favorite snack, ironically, is Pita Pit. And his favorite animal, it says here, I've never heard of it, that's what it says, a puffin.
You don't know what puffin is?
I don't know what a puffin is.
Oh, okay.
I feel bad.
Puffin is it's a flying bird. It looks like a penguin, but it's not a penguin. It's like, I think, found up in Iceland. The reason why I know that is because I once saw it on Bizarre Foods up in Iceland. They actually capture these puffins, these large nets, and they eat them.
I knew I could turn to you for this, Coach.
For useless info.
I knew you'd have the puffin knowledge that I needed. Deep fly ball foul. Really foul. Simon Skinner fouled the first couple off here. 2 fouls, 1 out, 2 on. Top of the sixth. Wildman leading 3-0, looking to add in the top of the sixth inning in front of a packed house here at Hobbs Park. Line drive deep, is gonna get in the gap, it does, and it drops. Great pick there from Simon. Is it gonna score a run? CJ's coming around home, and he'll score the 4th run for Wildman as they now take a lead 4-0.
A terrific kick by Simon Skinner to go in the right center field between the gap of John Peach and Andy Dalton. And with the speed of CJ Kai, as an easy rounding from second over to home for the 4th run.
There you see the replay. Gazelle was CJ on that one. Easy running the bases. So we've still got 1 out and 2 on. We'll bring up the 3rd baseman, Richard Davidson. He has had some good defensive plays there, but he is 0 for 2 kicking tonight. Fly ball left field, foul in the tree.
Catch by Cole Mutz.
Tyler's
looking.
Is the tree foul?
No, here is the thing. It's a mistake by the umpire, by Cole Mutz. The tree is in play.
The tree is in play.
The tree is in play. Tyler Dressel could have made a catch off the tree. And for those who played at Hobbs Park for a while, the tree is in play. The rule states that any natural, like a tree, if you kicks off it, it can be caught. So
tough break.
Wow, tough break indeed.
That would have been a huge second out. Instead, we replay the kick with still 2 on and 1 out.
And the thing is, Tyler Johnson could have made that catch. He really could have.
He could have. He was there.
He was there.
Tyler was there.
So what's going to happen between Peter Pitt and Wildman? Who responds better?
Easy fly ball there in the infield. Caught. No runners advance. And Richard is 0 for 3 in today's game.
So fortunately, there's no controversy for a botched play there by Cole Mutz of the Ghost at 3rd base humping. Yeah.
That'll bring up Ryan Ward there, right fielder. Who's 0 for 1 in today's game. Line drive, Jones fouled on the first base line.
Interesting enough about Ryan Ward, he and Phil Childs are the original member of Wildman who went on to the Final Four in 2006. And interesting enough, 2006, they upset Peter Pitt in the 2nd round over at Water Park back in 2006. Probably the biggest upset in KVKL playoff history.
So they're looking for another big upset here tonight as they are playing once again the Pita Pit, the #1 seed here in this tournament.
And the funny thing is, like, many of these members of Pita Pit were on that team that got upset by Wildman in 2006.
Easy pop fly there, Tyler's under, and that'll be the third out here in the top of the sixth. But Wildman added one more to their total, and now lead 4-0 going into the bottom of the sixth inning, where we will have up Kayla Schiller, Kenny Cantor, and Bree Kester looking to start something for Pita Pit. Again, Pita Pit has not advanced a runner past second all game long.
They have not, but Tom Peterman mentioned before whether the pressure is on them, whether it's really going to get to Pita Pit. I don't think it can, because you see a team like Pita Pit, they are experienced. They've been in many pressure situations over the years, and there have been times where they were down in the ball game and they made comebacks. I believe back in 2008, they made a comeback against CJ's then team, Sun Creations, to win the KVKL Championship. So for those who are thinking the panic mode for Pita Pit, not so fast, because, like I said, they're experienced, they're heady, and in my opinion, one of the most mentally tough teams in the KVKL. They've been that way for pretty much their 9-year existence, the KVKL.
Again, the magic in the world tonight come back from this 4-run deficit. Leading off will be Kayla Schiller. Her favorite movie is Stone Cold, and it says she owns this on VHS. Also went to school at K-State. I'm told Brian Bosworth is in Stone Cold.
The Boz, yes.
Went to school at Oklahoma.
Oklahoma, the eccentric Boz.
Line drive to shortstop, flips it over to left fielder. Throw to first is wild, but Kayla doesn't want to take second. She'll take first with a leadoff single.
Interesting there for Sarah Edward. I think they've done this before, is that if you could pass it off to an outfielder like Simon Skinner and try to go to first base, you can.
Don't know what the confusion is here from.
I think it looks like I saw Kayla. She might be injured. I don't know. She looks like she was laboring, holding her abdomen all game long.
Okay, we're going to discuss here if she continues. Kayla's going to be injured. Again, you saw a conference there from home plate umpire Mick Cotton and first base umpire Adrian Proctor.
Yeah, I can tell right now that Kayla is kind of wincing in pain.
It looks like Wildman is going to take advantage of this break in the action to huddle up here and decide some strategy for these kickers coming up. Again, the bottom of the order for Pita Pit coming up here, their 9 and 10 kicker. And they're talking about that. Looks like the umpires have brought in third base umpire Cole Mutt of the Goats. We'll also see what's going on.
And also Adrian Proctor of Love Garden Squids, who's been, based, like I said before, currently one of the best refs, if not the best ref in the KVKL. Doing a fantastic job at first base.
Brings up their first baseman for Pita Pit, Kenny Cantor, who's 0 for 1 in today's game. Again, Kenny, big Philadelphia Eagles fan. Throw to third base, the throw to second. Well, good Kayla in time. Great throw again by third baseman Richard Davidson. And that'll be the first out in the bottom of the 6th inning.
That's a good play there by Richard Davidson. Didn't feel it cleanly at first, but stayed with it and made an easy play over to Abby Vestal, get the lead runner at second base for the fielder's choice.
They'll bring up their rover, the number 10 kicker, Bree Kester. She's 0 for 1 in today's game. Looking to make something happen with Kenny at first base. And down 4 runs at the bottom of the 6th inning. Pita Pit does not have a lot of outs left. They need to make them all count. Bree looking there, looks like she's going to bunt. It says that Bree is working towards dentistry degree in public health, and this is her second go around, as you said, with Pita Pit.
Dentistry, huh?
She's going to attack cavities.
She'll probably be hated by many people because, let's face it, not many people like this in the first place.
It's the sound the drill makes.
Oh my gosh.
Well, Well, Nikeshi's hoping to advance the runner here. The bottom of the 6th inning. Pop to the right side, and the foul.
The main thing for what Bree's trying to do is move Kenny Cantor over to second base, because right now they just need to get runners scoring position, because like in many sports, the hardest run scored is the very first one.
She's taken again. 2 fouls there. Cotton says. Here comes Bree again. A little bunt down the line. Richard, the throw to second will be in time again. Oh, gets Kenny Cantor at second base. And now we've got 2 down. Bree Kessler. Here's the replay again. Look at this throw.
It's a good throw there by Richard over to Abby Vestal. It's pretty much a great combination all night. The bunt wasn't the greatest, trying to move the runner over.
Here's Mike Urish up to bat now. He's 0 for 1. Off the kick rally, he's 0 for 1 in today's game, looking to bunt. It looks like he double kicked it. Of course, in a kickball, double kick is a foul.
Interesting enough there about Mike Urish. He has 3 kids, including one of them, 20-year-old daughter Taylor, who plays for Screamers.
Also his 4th championship appearance, 2nd with Pita Pitt, and the oldest player on the team. And a little bunt at third base line. Can we get 3 for 3? And we do!
Amazing.
3 putouts by Richard Davidson to the second baseman, Abby Vestal. And that'll do it for Pita Pitt here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Score remains 4-0. Stay tuned, we're coming back with more kickball action right here. Beautiful Wild Square.
Special coverage of the 2012 Call Valley Kickball League's championship game is brought to you by these sponsors.
And welcome back to the championship game featuring Pita Pitt and Wildman Attack Force. Kicking now, we have for the Wildman, Thomas Ham, their first baseman. He's 1 for 1 in today's game with a single back in the 2nd. Top of the 7th, little pop up there at second baseman. Bree and got it for the first out here in the top of the 7th. That'll bring up the shortstop for Wildman Attack Force, Breezy Davidson, again wearing a cast on her right hand.
So this looks style that matches Nick Cotton's dress.
Breezy Davidson was a hurdler at Toledo, formerly played for Balls Deep. This is her first season with Wildman Attack. Big line drive, right field, caught. Nice play there by the right fielder, Pita Pitt. And we got 2 down with Abby Vestal, our former place kicker, coming up. 2 out here in the top of the 7th. Wildman Attack Force lead 4-0, one of their bigger kickers. Abby Vestal coming up, second baseman. No on, 2 out. Abby looking to end this lead. Nice kick to left field, that's gonna drop for a hit. That'll be Abby's first hit of this game, a nice single. Line drive to left field.
That time he just got over Tyler Dressel's leg, unlike the first kick, and it was a very nice boot by Abby.
That'll bring up for Wildman Sarah Edwards, their rover. She comes up with 2 out and 1 on. Sarah rather is 0 for 1 in today's game. Looking to get her first hit here in this championship game.
It looks like she has been a nice acquisition because asked to play midway through the season.
Line drive one just past Tyler. Great kick. Dialing Tyler Drussel can't get it. We've got a little bit of a 2-out rally here as we now have 2 on and 2 out. That'll bring up their, is that their center fielder, Phil?
It's a catcher, Phil.
Catcher Phil Childs. Lines are up the middle. Throw to first is in time. Great play by Peterson after a great kick by Phil. No damage done. That'll be the third out. We'll head on to the bottom of the 7th inning. Wildman still leading 4-0. This is a bit special, of course, for our color commentary man Cougar here, as is a staple in most of these kickball games. He goes down and leads Take Me Out to the ball game during the 7th inning stretch. And I assume because this is the championship game, it's going to sound great. Tradition here at Hobbs Park and kickball game of the weeknight. And Cougar will now come back up the stairs here quickly for his color commentary duties. Bottom of the 7th here for Peterson. They will have the top of the order for the bottom of the 7th. Have it Russell, John Peach, and Andy Dalton in that order. Tyler is 1 for 2 in today's game.
Did I miss anything?
Not yet.
Not yet, okay.
It's a beautiful take me to the ball game.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful range.
You know my voice is very raspy and awful.
Tyler Drussel trying to start anything here for Pita Pit to get something going for them. Not like them to not score any runs at this mark in the game. Nerves maybe, but in any case, you need to get something going. And looking for the bunt maybe there was Tyler. And he'll pull back on it. Again, Tyler's a sales rep for Fortune 500 Company, certified EMT, and has separated his shoulder 7 times.
That just sounds so painful to listen to that.
And there's the bunt. It hit him. And are they calling him out? It looks like they are. The bunt hit Tyler. And of course, the ball hits you, you're out. And now we've got 1 down. In the bottom of the 7th.
I think a little bit of controversy here is was that double kick or is he out? Looks like you see there is that he was out of the box when the ball hit him, and it looks like it's the right call by Mick Cotton at home plate.
Good call then by home plate umpire Mick Cotton, because we've got 1 out here with John Peach, their center fielder, coming up. John is 1 for 2 in today's game, and almost a great play there from Breezy Davidson off the tip from Richard Davidson. Can't make the play.
Wouldn't that have been great if it was a Davidson connection with Richard with the deflection and Breezy with the catch? That was funny.
1 on, 1 out for Andy Dalton. 1 for 1 in today's game with a fielder's choice in the 1st inning. And a nice single in the 4th. CJ Kai, pitcher for Wildman, and he works quickly. Nice rhythm Wildman has found here defensively in the Davidson to Vestall combination they've been so loosely putting together.
And that worked last half inning. It was just terrific. You know, probably as good as combination as like peanut butter and chocolate.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
And I love peanut butter and chocolate.
Foul ball there, coming off the foot of Andy. Great name does Andy Dalton. shares it with, of course, the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bengals.
That's right.
They got Andy Dalton on this team and Mike Phelps. Line drive to the first base side, just foul.
I
They're the
think about that.
celebrity team. Of course, you get 4 fouls out of his second foul. And he doesn't want to pick up that third foul either, because it makes you a little bit tighter on that next kick.
It makes it a little tighter, not kick as hard. It's just big emphasis on just putting the ball in play, not matter how deep it is.
It looks like CJ might want to change some defensive alignment, or is telling his team something that he's discovered about Andy's kicks. You got to appreciate, obviously, the strategy involved in this game, especially at this level. Kick to right field is a single, throw to first. Not in time. And we're heading on over to third base. Just in is John Peach at third base. And
wow, that was really close.
oh, there's controversy.
No, he called him safe.
He's
I
safe
thought
over
he
first.
might have been out. Replay, let's see. A great play there by Ryan, get over to third.
He's safe at
It's
first.
close, it was really close. Almost a great play by Ryan Ward going over to Thomas Ham.
So great hustle play by John Peach. He ends up at third, and of course, the ball is not dead in kickball until it's given to the pitcher. So Andy wisely moves to second after the throw to third. That'll bring up Steve Harder, their cleanup kicker, their third baseman.
I believe it's the first time they've reached third base.
It is.
It is.
First
It's already
time
the
all
seventh inning.
game.
Seventh inning, yeah, that's amazing.
Steve is 0 for 2 in today's game. And that'll score a run. And we're counting it, yes. And so Pita Pit is on the board here. On the second out from Steve Harder.
That wasn't exactly the kick that Steve wanted to do, and maybe the direction, but he wanted to go in between Abby Vestal and Tom Ham between second and first. But nevertheless, he moved to the other side and allowed John Peach to score easily from third to home.
We have court, Wolfingsmeyer, pop fly center field, and cut. And that'll be the third out here in the bottom of the seventh inning. But damage was done as Pita Pit has cut the lead a bit to now 4-1, going into the top of the eighth, the major innings in this kickball championship game. Stay tuned. And we are back in the top of the eighth inning. Wildman Attack Force 4, Pita Pit 1. Wildman does have the top of the order coming up for them in the top of the eighth inning with their center fielder, Chris Atwater, who is 1 for 3 in today's game. Again, you can see Pita Pit there, their defensive shift. 4 players playing up on that line.
They're playing the bunt on Atwater.
Oh, and a kick behind the catcher is Atwater. Interesting attempt there.
Perhaps it's a way of keeping the defense honest and getting the back off in the hopes that he can put the bunt down and use his speed to go down to first base safely.
Of course, Atwater, again, it's his first season in the league, and he's the man who was asked to join the team literally before the minutes of the first game. There is that bunt. Tyler throw to first, and he's got an out. Big out here in the top of the eighth, as we now have 1 out in this inning.
Played that perfectly. They thought that he was going to do the bunt, and the bunt was up in the air, allowing Tyler to get the time to make the easy throw to Paul Peach at first base.
That'll bring up CJ Kai, who got a bunt single in the first, got on a fielder's choice on the third, and also got a single in the sixth. Kicked on left field line, foul, his first foul in this at bat.
Again, CJ Kai is 0-2 in KVKL Championship games against Pita Pit, so hoping third time is a charm.
And there's the bunt again, throw to first, in time! And that'll be the second out in the top of the eighth.
A very nice play there by Kayla Schiller, playing not with 100%, health-wise. A very nice play, getting quickly to first base and a great pickup by Paul Peach, leaning over to get the put out without interference.
Our mustache man, left fielder Rob Gandy, now up for Wildman Attack Force. He's had a nice game today. 3 for 3 is he. Peter Pitt again moving up there on the line. 4 people up, looking for the bunt. Kicks away on left field line. Foul ball.
Again, maybe, just like what happened with Chris Atwater, is that Rob Gandy's trying to kick away, trying to get Peter Pitt to back off on the encroachment line on the third base side.
Interesting strategy by Peter Pitt, their third baseman right on the line. If a bunt does happen, so Tyler's ball. Blooper to right field, the throw in time. Nice play by the Peter Pitt right fielder, Andy Dalton.
That's a terrific play there by Andy Dalton, a very rare 10-3 putout. If you talk about baseball-wise, very rare, but a great play between Andy Dalton and Paul Peach, get the third out.
So Wildman Attack Force goes down in the top of the 8th, 1-2-3, just what Peter Pitt needed. And that was the top of the order too for Wildman Attack Force. Big for Peter Pitt. Coming up now in the bottom of the 8th will be the 6, 7, 8 kickers for Peter Pitt.
And it looks there'll be Mike Phelps, one of the original 7 from the Peter Pitt / Propakinos / Johnny Out Guttering up at the plate.
He is 0 for 1 in today's game. Kicking at the first pitch, long fly ball, cut. Well, that's center field for the first out here in the bottom of the 8th. Nice catch there by Chris Atwater. Kicking 7 now for Peter Pitt, their pitcher, Nick Culbertson. She is 0 for 2 in today's game.
With a major in behavioral sciences.
Oh.
Interesting.
As a kick, just drops, no throw to first, and she is on for her first hit of this championship game, a big hit.
Nick is a veteran of Peter Pitt all these 9 seasons, a very heady kick, kicking the ball over Sarah Edwards' reach over shortstop.
Kayla Schiller, second baseman's up, line drive to CJ, throw to first for the double play. Heartbreaking, back-breaking double play from Peter Pitt, as they are now done with this inning and still losing 4-1. When we come back, the last inning, top of the 9th, can't turn away this championship game right here on Channel 6. Welcome back to Hobbs Park in the Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship game. We are in the money inning, as they say. It is the top of the 9th. Wildman Attack Force, the away team, is winning 4-1 against the favorite, the number 1 seed, Peter Pitt. Simon Skinner up first. He bunts the throw, just in safe.
Oh,
they're calling him safe.
I don't know about that call. I don't
believe it.
know about that call.
Peter Pitt
Boy,
cannot
that
believe it.
replay. Let's see the replay.
Here's the
Did he roll
replay.
it? Let's see it right here.
Slow motion.
Did he bobble? I don't know.
And he's clearly out.
He is out. And Mick Cotton just overruled Adrian at first base, and that is the right call.
They obviously can't see the replay.
They don't see the replay there, but if they see the replay right here, it is the right call. You see that, that Tom and Simon are in disbelief. And right now, CJ is trying to pull away Simon Skinner. Let's see the replay again. The throw there by Steve Harder. He goes over to Paul Peach at first. Let's look.
He's out by a mile.
He's out by a mile. I don't know if it was a bobble that Adrian saw. Adrian Proctor, he's in perfect position at first base ref, but even the best ones, they'll miss one.
In any case, a terrific umpiring decision by home plate umpire Mick Cotton.
Of course, we are the only ones here in the Hobbs Park that have the luxury of replay to see that.
That'll bring up Richard Davidson, the third baseman. He is 0 for 3 in today's game. Big out there for Peter Pitt, obviously. getting that lead out, all important in the 9th inning.
Interesting too, controversy with umps here.
And Richard, deep fly ball left field. Nice catch there. And 2 down now in the top of the 9th. We want to thank our sponsors, by the way, for this championship game. Crown Toyota, Allied Auto Body Car Star, McDonald's, Johnny's Tavern, and D&D Tire. Thank you all for sponsoring today's wonderful Cobb Valley Kickball League Championship game. Looks like Ryan Ward will be up here. Their right fielder for Wildman Attack Force. Left-footed kicker. Looking to get something going here in the top of the 9th with 2 out.
Interesting, he kicked the left footed even though he's normally a right footer, trying to get Pita Pit off balance.
Two out, top of the 9th, nobody on. And Ryan Ward looking to start something here for Wildman. There's a bunt. The throw to first. Bobble may not have been in time anyway. In any case, Ryan is on first with a nice bunt single.
That time he was safe.
Bit of a confusion. Who's up here for Wildman? They're talking.
And it looks like this could be Matt Geyer.
The catcher, Matt Geyer, for Wildman Attack Force will be kicking in the 7th spot. Looks like he is 0 for 1 in today's game. And the pitch. Looking to bunt here. The bunt has worked against Pita Pit today. You gotta give credit for Wildman. A lot of their hits have come off of the bunt.
And that's really key, especially in the KVKL. You use the bunt to play small ball to manufacture runs.
Matt Geyer looking to advance the runner and get on himself with 2 outs and 1 on. There is that bunt. Mike the catcher throws to first, not in time. On to third is Ryan Ward. A heads-up play by Ryan Ward. Great running there. And now a little bit 2-out rally here in the top of the 9th. Wildman has 2 on and 2 out.
So tough play there by Mike Urish. Trying to make play catcher. He got on one knee to slow him down and try to make a turn, but could not get Geyer in time first.
That'll bring up the shortstop for Wildman Attack Force, Breezy Davidson. She's 0 for 3 in today's game. Looking for what would be a huge hit.
That's right.
In this top of the 9th inning, already up 4 to 1 against the defensive alignment from Pita Pit, bringing 4 people up to the line. Looking for the bunt, it looks like, from Breezy. And the pitch. Hit outside, she's kicking away, and it drops! The throw to second, not in time, and Wildman Attack Force will get a monstrous kick from Breezy Davidson at this juncture. A huge kick from her, and she will get an RBI and score a run.
Very good kick that went over Tyler Drussel, playing there at short, and getting the runner on and allowing Geyer to go to second. It's a great kick by Breezy.
Again, all of this has happened with 2 outs. You had a bunt single from Ryan Ward. You had a bunt single from Matt Geyer, and a nice kick to left field, short left field from Breezy Davidson, and they'll add to their lead what might be a huge run with their 5-1 lead. Abby up to kick, and she'll be out at first after a line drive. We are going to go to break here at Hobbs Park. When we come back, the bottom of the 9th inning, Pita Pit's last chance to come back in this championship game. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Hobbs Park. It is what every kickballer dreams of, being in the championship game, bottom of the 9th, with a chance to win it. For Wildman Attack Force, they just need 3 outs. They can give up 3 runs, still win it, but they just need 3 outs, and they are the champions. For Pita Pit, tall order. Scoring 4 runs in this inning just to tie, 5 to win it. Up first for Pita Pit will be their number 9 kicker, Kenny Cantor. He got out in the 3rd inning and reached in the 6th inning on a fielder's choice. First kick just foul.
I want to bring out an interesting factoid here. There, right now, CJ Kai being the pitcher for a Wildman Attack Force. There's never been a KVKL champion with a male at the pitcher position since 2007 with Lovegarth. So it has been exactly, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 5 seasons since we had a champion for KVKL team with a male at pitcher.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And you said Wildman changed it up.
They changed it up in the playoffs, putting CJ at pitcher, which is the position he played back when Sun Creation's First Blood as a runner-up back in 2008, 2009. Losing to, well, Jayhawk Guttering / Pita Pit.
Here's Pita Pit down. Fly up the middle, just drops in front of Atwater, and a huge single from Kenny Cantor. Huge single from Kenny.
Kind of an accidental kick. What I saw there is that the ball popped up from the plate and hit his shin, but he got enough on it where it dropped in front of Atwater and just over Abby Vestal's arm reach.
And Minsky's Pizza Zone, Kenny Cantor getting a huge single here in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 on, no one out, and that'll bring up their number 10 kicker, Bree Kester, who got out in the 3rd inning and reached on a fielder's choice in the 6th. Foul ball, the catcher. Tension is mounting here. You can see the nervous tension in the Pita Pit dugout. They're just looking for Bree to get on at all costs. And line drive foul, out of play, 2 fouls. Nobody on, 1 on, nobody out.
I mentioned there an interesting factor about Bree Kester mentioned earlier in the broadcast. Bree Kester has never lost in the KVKL Championship game, winning 3 titles. It's impressive.
Used to winning is Bree Kester.
Yep.
She wants to win this game, she's got to get on base. Being choosy here, as I would be too.
Yeah.
Each kick paramount. A bit of a hop from home plate.
I mentioned before, those are tricky hops once the ball hit the lip of home plate. They pop up about 2 feet. It feels helpless. Try to pull back and not kick those.
That's 3 fouls now from Bree Kester. 1 more foul and she is out, which will be heartbreaking here in the bottom of the 9th inning.
Right.
There's a catch, the throw to first.
Oh.
Not in time. Oh, and Kenny Cantor just got back. Almost another double play from CJ.
Yeah, it'd be nice, a nice catch by CJ, and he had Kenny.
He had him.
The throw was a little offline, but could catch the ball there by Thomas Ham. Just couldn't get the double play.
The catcher, Mike Urish, up next. He's 0 for 2 in today's game. He is the number 11 kicker. If he can get on, Pita Pit will have the top of the order coming up. Almost a huge double play for CJ. Pita Pit dodges the ball and the bunt by Mike. The throw to second, a backhanded throw. Will not get there. Interesting attempt there from Phil.
I'll give Phil Childs for creativity doing a backhand throw. I think that's a sports play.
In any case, big kick there from Mike, a nice bunt. As now Pita Pit has runners on 1st and 2nd with 1 out, and again we'll bring up the top of the order in Tyler Drossel.
And it's very interesting because Tyler has bunted every time, and now will he bunt, will he not? Not sure.
He kicks away to center field. The ball will drop. The throw to second, is it in time? It is not. Rounding his way to 3rd is Kenny, and he will score in a huge kick for Pita Pit, as we now have runners on 1st and 2nd with only 1 out and 1 run passed.
Nice kick there by Tyler Drossel to kick it over to center field. Chris Atwater had a chance to get the force out there by Mike Urish, but the throw was low. Abby Vestal just couldn't make the pickup, and we have a ball game.
John Peach is up now. He is 2 for 3 with a run score, the only run scored by Pita Pit until this inning.
And this is a guy you want. He's a guy who is very fast, a terrific leg. I could definitely, boot it out to all fields in the outfield.
Mike Urish on 2nd. Tyler Drossel on 1st. 1 out. Bottom of the 9th. You're coming up. If they kick away to right field, is it going to drop? It is caught in foul territory. And the runner at second, Mike, will advance to third as we now have 2 outs, though.
Terrific play there by Ryan Ward, making the sliding catch on his knees. It's dangerous there. If he did not catch that, that means the ball got away with him, and that could have been big-time trouble for Wildman and allow Peter to run around the bases.
2 out, first and third, Andy Dalton up. Andy Dalton from Shawnee Mission West Viking, Kansas, went to KU. One of 7 kids in his family, again, all attended KU. 2 on, 2 out, bottom of the 9th. Andy Dalton. It's poetic at this point, Cougar.
Absolutely.
You can see CJ bouncing the ball a little bit more than he normally would here and understanding the importance of this kick.
And you know, Andy's being very judicious at which pitch to get. It could be the last kick of the season.
Good point.
And he is the tying run at the plate.
The crowd's booing him a little bit, but in his defense, these balls are very bouncy that CJ is pitching.
Even Mick Kahn says they're a little bouncy.
There's a good one. The kick, right field, is the game. It is caught, and that is the game. Andy Dalton flies out to right field. Wildman attack force. The 7th seed has put what really you can describe as a monumentous upset against the #1 seed Peter Pitt. And there they celebrate, as well they should. They beat the West champions, Star Bar Barracudas.
And it's very fitting there. The one that made the catch is Ryan Ward, one of the 2 original members of Wildman Attack Force, and 2 members that had the upset over Peter Pitt back in 2006.
You gotta hand it to Wildman Attack Force. They did not have an easy road to get here.
They did not.
They had to beat the defending champion Star Bar Barracudas. They had to beat Das Boot, top 5 team in this league. They had to beat a bunch of other games just to make it to that point, and now they've gone through the #1 seed Peter Pitt and won 5-2, holding Peter Pitt to 2 runs all game. And an impressive game, Cougar.
Very impressive indeed. You mentioned before, Mike, is that they were the lowest seeded team to make it to the KVKL Championship game, and now they have broken the record as the lowest seeded team to win the KVKL Championship, breaking the record from last year of Star Bar Barracudas and 2005 as Genesis Liquor. And considering this is a team that's newly formed from these new players I mentioned, I'll mention that CJ Kai from Sacred Sword, Breezy and Richard Davison from Balls Deep. I mentioned that Abby Vesla from Liberty Hall and Simon Skinner also from Sacred Sword. It's taken them a while to get some cohesiveness and continuity, especially at the 13 different lineups during the regular season and postseason. But somehow, some way, they got hot at the right time, and they did. And they definitely earned this championship. And for someone like CJ Kai, I know it's a team game for him. Finally exercised his demons of finally beating Peter Pitt after losing 2 previous times in the KVKL Championship games in 2008 and 2009.
Wildman Attack Force celebrates, as well they should. In front of me is the trophy. It is now being taken away and will now be given to Wildman Attack Force. A wonderful tournament they had,
yes,
and a championship that is deserved.
Absolutely deserved, and they had to do what they had to do. Is that you mentioned that get to a good start, and they did so using the bunt game, getting 3 runs on the top of the first, putting a little bit of pressure on Peter Pitt. And after they did so, with their defense, they kept Peter Pitt at bay, and not allowing their bunt game to basically do some damage on Wildman Attack Force. Some great plays there by Richard Davison, making the plays over to Abby Vestal at second. Great plays over at outfield, especially by Chris Atwater, but especially to CJ Kai I mentioned. As the pitcher, change the pitcher to him in the playoffs, and making all these defensive plays, these defensive calls, making these plays on the bunt, and these line drives right at him.
And there you see the trophy being presented to them. Now, the Kaw Valley Kickball League Championship trophy. We saw it last year with the Star Bar Barracudas as they drank from and celebrated with it. And now 2012, Wildman Attack Force.
And don't worry, kids, they're all legal age drinking, so nothing wrong with what they're doing right now. They deserve this championship, they really did. They worked very hard. They had put this group together for the potential of being one of the better teams in the league, possibly as a champion, and they did so very impressively in their very first year as a newly formed team, as a Wildman attack force. And for Pita Pit, the heartbreaking loss, you can tell the shock that's in their faces. And for them, another tough loss. They lost in 2010 to Los Luchadores, also a newly formed team in 2010. And unfortunately, they have a losing record in KVKL Championship games, 2 wins to 3 losses for Pita Pit.
And it really was a team effort by Wildman Attack Force here. You can make a case that several of their players could be considered the MVP of this game. You have Chris Atwater locking it down center field. CJ Kai, 2 big hits, and as you mentioned, a couple great double plays on his part. Rob Gandy starts this game 3 for 3. Richard Davidson with a great defensive play. Breezy Davidson with a huge kick there at the end. Abby Vestal, all of them certainly deserving. We do want to take time right now to also thank our sponsors again, Crown Toyota, Allied Auto Body Car Star, McDonald's, Johnny's Tavern, and D&D Tire. Thank you, all those people, for helping sponsor us. Another championship game in the books, Cougar. What was the theme for this championship game, if you had to put it down in a couple words?
Just,
Bunting.
I would say bunting and just redemption, really, because bunting, they use that to, manufacture some runs, and for redemption for these players. It's funny because only CJ Kai played in the KVKL Championship game, the only one, but these other players formed together for the possibility of being in the championship game, possibly winning it, and they achieved their goal in the only first year as a newly formed team. Very impressive performance there by Wildman Attack Force, especially in the playoffs, especially with the different lineups they went through during the regular season.
I want to thank you for tuning in to Channel 6 in this KVKL Championship game. Once again, your final score, Wildman Attack Force 5, Pita Pit 2. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you later here on Channel 6.
She's still at 6?
1, 2, 3.
Top!